Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today's topic is KeyCloak change flow to limit concurrent user session per client application. Let's suppose you have UI applications and that is getting authenticated from KeyCloak via identity provider. Identity provider may be anything Azure AD also or some other. So here, um, let's suppose on your application you want to limit the user session. One user can access work on one single session only. Mm. If you are trying to open another session of that application from different device or from different browser, then application would pop up a message that you already have an active session. In that way, we would limit the user session, and also if any user credential is getting steal or being shared to other, then they cannot work simultaneously at a time. Single session will work for that application. So this is all about high level design on this configuration. So here you can see I have KeyCloak RealM and RealM name is here, you can say Azure. So basically what configuration is needed to do so, here you can select go to RealM and then click on the authentication in RealM setting, and then you need to create user session limit flow. And after that, what you can do, add and configure authentication. So what you can do, you can configure the session limit there, add user session limit authenticator, and then here client app comes into the picture. On top, what was that? RealM, KeyCloak RealM. Now, under the KeyCloak RealM, you can have multiple client also or single RealM, single client as well. But in some scenario, let's suppose I have 2 or 3 client app. Client app means in single RealM, I'm running 3 UI applications. So I can create 3 client app like Azure client, Azure Pay or Azure Portal. Right, these are the 3 UI applications which are configured using the single RealM. Then if you change the settings, then this would be applicable for all client app. Reason? Because we are touching setting up the this configuration for client app. So what is that? Set max concurrent session 1 for each user per KeyCloak client app. Okay, so this is the setting which you can change. This can be any number, 2, 3, whatever, but ideally it should be 1 if you want to stop user session from multi-device or from multi-browser. And then what you can do after that, setting this on this user limit session flow, what you can do, you can do identity provider settings. What settings are there? Wind flow to provider. So go to the identity provider and then select your provider and then set post login flow. Set user session limit which you created as a post login flow. So whenever you log in, let's suppose one session is active and then I forget that and I'm trying to open another session from different device or different browser, then this will give you the message. When it will give the message, when you log in, enter the ID password and then it will give the message. So it would trigger post login that you have already one active session, you cannot log in. First you need to terminate or existing session, then you can try. Okay, so in that way we can control the multi login with the same user from the different device and different browser. Okay, at a time. So at a time it would be a single session. All right, so this is all about overall high level flow diagram. Now we can start lab how to do that on KeyCloak. So we can log in on the KeyCloak portal. So here is my KeyCloak. You can see this is my KeyCloak here. So what I can do, let's suppose here you have your RealM And you can create your realm also. Here I just selected, you can say master realm or default realm. Now what I can do as per our high level design, I can go to KeyCloak settings. All right, just a minute, go to authentication. Okay, so as per select your realm name and then you can go to authentication. Click on authentication. So here you can say the default authentications are available, authentication flow are available. What you need to do, you need to create a new flow. And new flow here, you can click on create flow. Here you can mention the name. What name you can mention? User session limiter. Okay. Same name I can use here in description also. And then I can select the type basic flow and I can click on create. And then I need to add executions and here I need to go for that uh, count limit. Okay, should it is not here or go to below. What are that user limit? Here you can go and this is important here. You can say user session count limiter. So you need to add this user session count limiter as a part of execution. Okay, then click on add. Remember what is this? This is user session count limiter. Configure how many concurrent session a single user is allowed to create for the realm or client app. So this configuration is common for both. However, we want to set that at client app level, not realm level. So that would be done in next step. So first you need to add this. So click on add. And then once this is added here in your workflow, in your flow, then go to setting here. Click on setting. And here, these are the option basically. Here you can give the name. I can mention the session limiter. And then here you can say if you want to define this limit at realm level, then you can select this. But in my case, I want to set it at client level because in one realm I can have multiple application or multiple client. Okay, so here you can set it at client level. So it means if you're setting it up at a client level, then what it would allow? It would allow to open all three application. Let's suppose you have three application in this realm, then it would allow single session of three application. All three application you can open together, but you cannot have two session of each application. You can only have single session of each application. If you defining here that limit, then it would not allow to open multi application at the same time. So here I can define this limit as a 1. It means maximum concurrent session for each user per KeyCloak client is 1 here. Okay. Here you can mention the this message which you want to display there on UI. When one session is already existing, you try to open another session, then you can see this message on there at login page. Okay. Now you need to save it. Then this is done. Now next configuration as for your diagram. So what was the next? Next was you need to do the setting at identity provider level. So let us go to identity provider. Here in KeyCloak, when you click on identity provider, then you can see this is my Azure OIDC is one of the identity provider. It means my user would be getting authenticated from OIDC. All right, so I can click, I have existing one. If you don't have, then you can go add and add the provider. And here, this is my one. So what I can do, I want to trigger that user session limiter at the post login. So here I can scroll down and find the place where is post login. This one, post login flow. So here I can link my user session limiter, this one, and then I need to save. It is provider successfully saved. So that is all the configuration. When you log in your application, and then if one session is already exist and you're trying to open another session for the same user on same application, then it would give the message you already have one active session. So that is how you can allow single session per user per application via client configuration without doing any single custom changes. So that is all as part of this video. Thank you very much for watching. See you in next video. Bye bye.